Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. So today I'm gonna continue the posing that we started with the last video, and basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the pose that I exported from Maya and I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. So let's get started. First thing I want to do, I'm gonna try to fix a little bit of the problems that I see here on the body. So for example, there's a loss of volume here, so let's bring that back. I'm going to my move tool and let's start smooth it out a little bit here and do the same here. So I don't want the character to be weird looking, so let's see. Okay, something like that. And now let's bring back the shape of the elbow. So the elbow should be about there. And it's oops. Something like that. I want the elbow to be a little bit pointy, like so. Maybe something like that. And smooth this area a little bit. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Let's see from here. Maybe slightly like that, just to give a little bit more volume to the elbow. Alright, I'll do the same on the other arm. So let's actually, let me undo that. Let's smooth out here a little bit. And smooth out here a little bit as well. Something like that. Now this is a weird shape going on here. Let's fix it. Something like this. Basically, this problem happened because when I did the skinning in Maya, I just used a deformer on top of my skinning, rather than go in and paint properly a good weight for my character. But the reason mainly it was because of speed. If I had to start animating my character, I'm gonna have to obviously go in and properly paint some good skin weights for my joints in order to get good deformation in Maya as well. But I don't plan to animate my character. I am not an animator, so it was just a quick way that allowed me to create a decent pose, a decent starting point for my pose. Let's see. Let's bring back a little bit of this volume here as well. Just a little bit. Like that. And I'm switching between at my lowest subdivision and my highest subdivision, again by pressing Shift D to go down and D to go up. So something like that. The biceps. All right. Okay, cool. So I've got my elbow back. Maybe a little bit more like here, outside. Alright. And same here. Smooth out. Alright. Now let's see what happened here. I've got some volume loss as well. So let's bring back some of this muscle volume and smooth it out. Something like that. I don't need to be super precise with the anatomy because this character is very cartoony, although it's always good to try and maintain a little bit of believability in the anatomy anyway. Alright, here looks good. So next let's move to the gloves, and let's start with the right glove there. Let's go back here and let's try and fix a little bit of this volume loss. Let's bring this up a little bit, like so. And let's see, maybe I'm gonna bring this forward just a little bit and kind of readjust the volume here of this area, like that. Don't want this to have a little bit of thickness, but nothing too crazy. So perhaps something like this will be okay. And alright, looks good. Let's bring up a little bit more the volume here and smooth it out. Now for the fingers, clearly we have this problem here, so I'm gonna go in solo mode. A good way that we can isolate this finger, it's gonna be a little bit difficult to work with the fingers from here, so let's isolate them. And a good way of doing it is just isolate the tip like that on one finger, and then I scroll back to visibility and I click grow, and I keep clicking on grow, and basically what this will do will unveil parts of my mesh, and then I'm just gonna hide what I don't need to see. For example, let's grow one more. Let's get rid of that. Don't need this part. And that should be okay. And while I'm here, what I can do, I can just go to polygroups and click on group visible. This way I will have this guy ready when I need to modify him. So alright, let's try and fix this guy here, the shape of this thumb. Okay, so okay, it's a little bit difficult to see with this material applied, so let me clear up this material. I'm gonna go here to mRGB and select this flat color, and then from color I'm gonna click fill object to clean the current material, and I'm gonna select this one, which is definitely better. So the shape of this thumb, it's quite odd currently, so let's try to fix it. So let's go to move brush and let's see. This guy should be more. Let's see if just select this part and maybe rotate it a little bit like so, and smooth out. Okay, and yes, big thumb, but I don't want it to be as big as this, so let's see. Let's try to get a decent shape going on here. Alright, something like that perhaps could work. Smooth it out a little bit, and okay, let's define this shape a little bit better. So something like this maybe. And this part of the thumb, it's a little bit long. It might be worth shortening it a little bit. So something like this, perhaps. And I'm gonna rotate it even more, kind of like that. Something like this. Okay, what's going on here? A little bit more like that. Like so. And this should probably be enough for the thumb. Let's see if we go to move topological, if we can increase this area a little bit. Maybe something like that. Okay. Just gonna bring this guy here. And yeah, I mean, that should be okay. Maybe I'm gonna go and add a little bit of folds there, but you'll not really be able to see them because his fist is again his body. So let me smooth out here. And okay, the thumb should be fine. Perhaps let's go here a little bit more. This part of the finger a little bit longer. Like so. And try to get a little bit more volume in here. But that should do. Alright, that should do. So the thumb is good. Now let's move on to the next finger here. Let's see. Again, let's get these parts here. And let's go to visibility and grow. A little bit too much. So for this guy, I don't need to see these polygons. These are the other guy, the other finger. So let's hide this. And maybe let's hide this part as well. Okay. And hide this part. And get rid of all of this. Alright. Okay, this should be okay. So I'm gonna go to my polygroups and group visible. So this is gonna be another group. So if I just click, I can select them very easily. And now let's see. So the problem here is none of these finger seems to be bent as much as they should. So I'm gonna have to go and bend these fingers here more. So I'm gonna select this part here and maybe so it's gonna be kind of like this and move it like here and rotate it a little bit more. And now let's try and fix this mess. So let's bring this guy down like so. Smooth it up a little bit. Okay. And again, I want to bring back the volume of the bones for these fingers. So it's supposed to have the very pointy bones, and also the knuckles. The shape of the knuckles is supposed to be go outside a little bit more. And let's bring back this volume here. And smooth it out. In reality, the finger should be completely revolve on itself, but I'm not gonna be bothered to try and do that, since you will never actually see it. It's just something that I want to have, but I'm trying to get to a clean, kind of a clean pose, but I'm not gonna get crazy trying to get it perfect. There's no need for that. Okay. That looks good. And I'm just gonna increase the volume here a little bit more. This part here, I'm gonna bring it a little bit more closer together. All right. Something like this should be fine. And I'm noticing that this finger is actually going inside the other finger. So let's see if we can move it outside a little bit. So I'm gonna go rotate and bend this guy a little bit. Maybe something like this. Yeah, that's good enough. Maybe this guy a little bit here. All right, that looks good enough. So let's try and fix this volume here a little bit better, like so. And like here. Okay. So noticing some loss of volume here. Let's bring this back. Like that. All right. And this guy should be more straight. Like this. All right. I think I've removed a little bit of volume from this finger, so let's bring it back like that. Okay. Okay, looks good. And so like this. let's bring this a little bit more outside. Alright, that's good enough. And now let's go with the other fingers. I'm going to do a quick save, just in case ZBrush decide to give up on me. It wouldn't be the first time. And let's do the same here. So this guy, visibility, grow a little bit more. Okay, so all right. Don't need to see this guy there. Like that. And let's hide the guy here. And I don't need to see these guys as well. And remove these. Alright. I kind of want, let's see, grow. I actually wanted to get those polygons there. So let's re-hide these guys. These are very close together. Alright. And let's get rid of these guys as well. Oops. Yeah, that looks better. So I'm gonna go again to my polygroups and auto group. So let's do the same for these fingers. So first of all, I'm gonna bend this guy here, like so. And let's see. All right. And let's start bring this back. And I don't need to be as accurate as the other fingers, because this is the middle finger is gonna be hidden inside the fist, so really you won't be able to see it very clearly, but still, just to get something that looks okay. Again, this part and this part are supposed to be touching, so maybe I can just go and do something like that, maybe. Just to bring them a little bit closer together. Something like this, maybe. And let's smooth this out. Now let's bring up this bone here. A bit more like that. Let's go to move topological to bring up this area, just to get this a little bit closer as it should be. Even if, again, you're probably not gonna see it, but I'm the type of person that even if you don't really see something, I know it's there, so I want to try and get it look good. So something like this. Okay. And all right, let's see. Let's smooth out this guy a little bit. All right, that looks good. Let's bring out the knuckle as well. A little bit more. Like so. And let's try to get this volume back there. All right. That should be okay. Maybe this area it's a little bit too round, but it's probably fine. And perhaps now this is a little bit too pointy. Something like that, perhaps. And let's bring back this volume. Like so. And I have the feeling that yeah, so these two fingers are not the same size. So let's fix that real quick. Let's bring back some of this volume, as the middle finger should not be smaller than the index finger. That would be weird. So let's bring back the volume here for this guy. And this, it's probably, let's see, let's move them together. Just trying to get them to look proportioned between them. Alright, kind of like that. That should be okay. Alright. And let's quick save again. And move on to the ring finger. Let's go back here and let's isolate these guys. And now visibility and grow. Oops, seems like we got someone. Ah, there you go. That guy there. And let's hide like this. And grow this finger. Grow. And maybe a little bit too much, but I do want to have these polygons here. So let's see. Hide this guy, these guys, and like that. I actually don't need these. And I actually don't need these as well. And I don't need these as well. And these guys, like so. Alright, this should be, whoops, this should be okay. Alright, again, let's go here and polygroups and group visible. So we have this finger separated as well for easy access. And let's do the same. Let's select this guy, rotate like here, and okay. And now let's adjust its shape. So let's smooth it out a little bit. Bring out the knuckle. Maybe this guy can be a little bit shorter here. Something like that, perhaps. Let's see. Something like so. All right. Smooth it out a little bit. And bring back the volume. So. And let's compare it with the other two. All right, so the size seems to be good. And yeah. Just gonna adjust real quick the volume of this one. And maybe the volume a little bit here. Like that. All right. This I want this part to be a little bit more pointy. Like that, maybe. Okay. Let's do the same here. Let's bring out the tip of the finger a little bit more. Okay, and smooth it out a little bit. So The ring finger should be the same size as the index finger, almost the same size. So let's bring this guy up a little bit more. Okay, like so. Okay, looks good. And again, let's increase a little bit the knuckle here. Don't need to go too crazy with these two fingers. Usually the knuckles of these two fingers is not as prominent as the other two, but just to have it. Alright, this one, it's okay. And let's do one quick save. And now let's go for the pinky. Just repeat the same process. Isolate this guy, don't need you. Visibility, grow. Right, nice and round, and grow like that. And let's grow up to there. Just get rid of these guys. And this guy, don't need to see that. As well as here, and here, and here. Let's see. Let's grow a little bit. I actually want to have this part. Let's hide here. And this should be fine. I'm seeing some weird thing going on here. Let's smooth this out. Alright, and again, as before, polygroup and group visible. Alright, some color that I can understand. So my fingers are nice and easily selectable. And so again, grab this guy here and rotate it here, like so. And let's start smoothing out here and here, so to bring back the volume in there. And this should be like so. And let's increase a little bit there, smooth there. Right, let's see, from this angle, looks okay. And let's compare it with the other finger. So, all right, looks okay. The size looks okay. Now, this. So since this is the pinky, and usually the end part of the hand, a little bit more, this area here is supposed to be a little bit more close together. So let's try to do that. So let's bring this guy out a little bit. And don't need about this volume here. So something like this. And let's try bring this guy a little bit closer, like so, and in here smooth out that part. And let's see what we got so far. All right. Okay, smooth a little bit here. And let's bring the palm a little bit closer. Like so. All right. A little bit here. And this should be okay. Actually, what I want to do, I'm gonna bring this guy a little bit closer to the other finger. So select it and just move it a little bit closer like that. Maybe something like this. Alright, looks pretty good. So okay, I think this part looks good. Maybe I'm just going to move this area a little bit more, like that, and bring this a little bit closer. Let's go to move topological. This part a little bit closer together, like that. All right. And maybe let's try getting these guys closer together a little bit more. Something like that. Okay. Just refine the shape here a little bit. All right. And let's see if I can fix a little bit of this twist. It's kind of extreme. Maybe something like this. Okay. this was due to the way that I've rotated the bones in Maya. But it should not be a problem because you're not gonna see pretty much any of that. Alright. That looks cool. Alright. And let's go back a couple of steps. Alright, so I think the fist looks pretty good. Alright. Just checking the shapes from all the angles to see if there isn't something that looks obviously wrong. Maybe here I can try go and use, if I click P, pinch brush. Let's see if this can help pinch these two guys together a little bit better. And something like that. Okay. Now I'm gonna click on quick save again. And I'm gonna add a little bit of detail here in the fingers, where the finger bends. So I'm gonna go to my Dem standard and I'm gonna go into stroke, lazy mouse, and increase here. And then I'm just gonna do something like this, a little bit of folding going on, like so. Something like that, perhaps. Maybe I'll add a little bit of volume nearby these folds, like so. Okay, just to have a little bit more of detail here. Okay, and maybe add a little bit here. And here. Just a little bit. Alright. And the same on the thumb. So Dem standard. And let's bring this folds upside. And this folds right side like that. And let's do the same here. And here a little bit. Here. From here maybe. And okay. Alright. Doesn't have to be hyper detailed, but just to have a little bit more something going on there. So because it's a glove, so to have a little bit of folding like so, and maybe here a little bit. that, and here as well. Just add a little bit of volume in these areas. All right, that looks good. And I don't need to do that for the other fingers because really that would be absolutely invisible. Maybe I can just move this guy a little bit more here. Like so. And having him a little bit like that. Smooth this guy out a little bit. All right. And I think the thumb and the other fingers look pretty good. So looks good from this angle. Let's bring this guy out a little bit more compared to this guy. Like so. Like this. Bring it outside a bit more here. Just trying to get a similar shape across all the fingers. All right. Let's smooth this guy here a little bit. Okay. I think the fist looks pretty good. So let's see. What's going on here? Okay. There's a little bit of pinching going on here, but I'm not too worried about it. And yeah, I think the thumb here maybe could be a little bit more like that. But overall, the fist looks good. So let's see. Maybe a little bit more bumpy here. Okay. So I'm gonna, oh, actually, I also want to add a little bit of detail here. I'm gonna smooth it out like so. And something like this, just to give a hint. Like so. And like so. Then I'm gonna smooth it out like that, and maybe add a little bit of volume here. And smooth it out. Just to get some creasing going on there. Maybe smooth it out a little bit more. I don't want too much. Again, this is a cartoon character. It doesn't have to be hyper detailed. But something like that. Alright, cool. Quick save. And I'm gonna reassign the madcap gorilla that I had before. And I'm gonna go to mRGB color and fill object. So this is done. And it looks pretty good. So I might want to go, because it goes a little bit inside of the body. So maybe what I want to do, I might want to go and slightly select this guy like this. I might want to move this guy a little bit inside. So if I select it, I don't want to move it too much, just a little bit. Goes from there to there. Actually, instead of doing that, I'm gonna move it from here, so I'm not gonna deform the hand in any way. Alright. And then I'm gonna bring back this volume here that I lost. Like so. Alright. Maybe I'm gonna go into my body and bring in this guy a little bit, so it doesn't show up there. And let's go back to the right glove and smooth this guy a little bit. Alright. Oops, I need to do the same here. Body. Just drop it inside a little bit. Smooth here. Oops, this is not right glove there. Okay, so this hand is done, and maybe one last tweak here to the thumb. Might want to bring this volume a little bit more outside, like so. Very minor adjustment. Something like that, maybe. Okay. All right. I can go on for hours fine tweaking this thumb, but I think it looks okay. So this part is done. It looks pretty good. So now, before doing the other side, since it's pretty much the same exactly the same workflow. I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna resume it once it's done. Since you saw one hand, there's no need to watch it again. So I'll see you when it's done. Alright, I'm back, and I've done the same thing on the other arm. So they both look better now. And so now what I want to do is to move up to the this area. So the color, it's a little bit too high. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. There it is. So the color selected. I'm just gonna bring it down a little bit and squeeze it like so. I want him to have a little bit more room from the front. So let's see. Oops, I'm working on the wrong subtools. So I'm just gonna bring this guy up, this guy down, something like that, maybe. Like so. And maybe make it a little bit more, a little bit smaller in the front, like that. Let's see. Something like this should be fine. Alright, that definitely looks better. Maybe slightly adjust here. Okay. And let's see. Drop it slightly here. And increase it a little bit here. Just to get something that it's nice and proportioned. That should be fine. Alright, that looks good. And now I'm just gonna move to his expression. The legs are good as they are. They don't need to be modified. Maybe what I will do, I'm gonna go on the belt and inflate it a little bit. Maybe like something like this should be fine, just to give a little bit more volume to it. And now let's move to his face. So what I want to do, I want to drop slightly the eyelids. So let's go to the lowest resolution and let's zoom in a little bit. I want to drop slightly like that and do the same for the top lid. Something to give a little bit more of a confident expression. Something like that should be fine. All right, looks good. And now for the mask, I want to increase, so let me bring up real quick the one of the reference. All right, so in this reference here, if I zoom in a little bit, so I kind of like what's going on here. So he's rising one eyebrow, even if you don't actually see the eyebrow itself because it's under the mask. And he's kind of have this smirk. So let's see if we can get something similar to this facial expression. So I'm going to select the head. If you remember from my previous video, the head has layers. So if I go to layers, one layer here is the noise. So in order to be able to sculpt and eventually smooth out details, I'm going to uncheck this noise from here, and I'm gonna click record on this untitled layer, and so this will allow me to sculpt on top of this mesh. So let's drop like this, and so he's rising this brow here. So let's see if we can imitate that cool expression there. So a little bit higher like that, and this is gonna fold like this. Maybe. Okay, so he has this big arch going on, and it goes back down straight, so it's something like this. Let's smooth out this area a little bit. And let's see, like so. At any time, if I go back to the highest resolution mesh and stop the recording, if I drop this slider, as you can see, oh, actually, I see what's going on. So this was created when the head was not posed, but that's okay. It's actually pretty good. So that's fine. I should have made a new layer, but that's okay. So let's bring this guy up a little bit, like so. And okay, and I like, as you can see, the mask is changing, obviously. We will adjust the mask later, but okay, we need first to give him the expression that he has on his face before going to the mask. Now let's add these wrinkles here. They're pretty cool. So it seemed to have a big one. Check this. A big one here. So he has like this. It's like 1, 2, and 3 wrinkle going on there. So let's see if we can get that going on. I'm gonna switch to this material. It's a little bit easier to see what I'm doing. So let's go down like that, and this goes basically all the way down here. So let's add this big wrinkle here, like that. Alright, and smooth it out. And let's try to get a better shape here, like so. And I still want to preserve kind of that sharpness. I'm going to use pinch and bring back a little bit of the sharpness here, like that. And then I'm going to smooth out here, this area. Notice that when I press smooth, the RGB is unchecked because I don't want to smooth the poly paint that I've done. So keep that in mind when you smooth. If you already did some poly painting on your mesh, be aware that by default I think the smooth will also smooth out the poly paint. So let's see, something like that, and let's go with them standard, and maybe we can add this wrinkle here and then smooth it out like so. Maybe something like that. Right, and it continues a little bit here. It's very subtle, so I'm just gonna go back to my clay brush and add a little bit of volume here. Again, it's very, very subtle, but it's there. Something like that maybe. And the one on top is gonna go down there, down like that, like so. And let's add a little bit of volume here. Okay. Something like that maybe. And let's add one more. It's gonna go here. And smooth it out. maybe this one is a little bit too much. And actually it seems like this one is going as well in here, so let's add a little bit of volume here as well, and here. Maybe we can just add a little bit more like that and smooth it out. And let's see if we can get this one to look okay. Something like that maybe. And smooth it out. And let's go to them standard. Let's bring it back. And then smooth it out. Like that. Like so. Smooth it out. And do one more here. And smooth it out. Alright, so let's see what we got so far. Alright. Okay. Maybe I want to add a little bit more volume, especially in this area. Let's see if I can use successfully. Let's go to stroke. Oops. I want 0.5 and then let's do something like this. Let's see what we got. Maybe increase the size a little bit. Alright, something like that maybe. Now smooth it out and smooth this out as well. Alright, let's move on. And let's add a little bit of a smile. So, oops, not them standard. I'm gonna go and add a little bit more volume here when he's smiling. And maybe here as well. I kind of want to puff up a little bit this cheek. Also, like this part here of his face is going up as he's smiling. So let's see if we can get the right amount of smirk without looking too weird. the volume there. And okay, and let's add a bit more volume here. But I want to create that crease that he has there. Alright, something like that, perhaps. Let's see. And a little bit more volume here. On the cheek. And now let's go with them standard. And let's bring down here. And this side as well. Let's go down a little bit like that here. And let's add a little bit more volume. Like that. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see, let's go with them standard. Let's try to add this volume back. Something like that, maybe. Looks like I need more volume here. Like so. And maybe let's go back to this material. Maybe this needs to be more defined. Actually, it goes down all the way down to here. Let's smooth it out here. Alright. Maybe something like this. Let me use pinch. Try to tighten up this area a little bit more. Like that. And maybe smooth it out. A little bit. Okay, so it seems like his cheek should be more puff. So let's go back to clay brush and let's add more volume here. Like that, maybe. You can see how round the cheek is. Let's add a little bit more volume here as well. And let's soften up this area. Maybe let's increase it from here. Oh, I did not want that. Okay. All right, so this might be okay. I'm just gonna smooth out a little bit here. I'm gonna leave it a little bit more subtle. And let's see. Maybe like if I move it just a little bit here, should be enough. And can smooth it out there. And let's try to adjust a little bit the shape of the smile here. And let's see if I can add a little bit of volume just here. Oh, what's going on? That it's not something that I wanted. Okay, what's going on there? Oh, that's the inside of the mouth. So right. So let's bring these, let's close it a little bit more. Like that. All right. All right. I think that looks okay. There's this pinch here that I don't like. Let's see if I can get rid of it. Why there's a pinch? Because of those polygons. Pinches are always bad. But let's see if we can alleviate its presence. Like that, maybe. Alright, I'm back. And I did some more tweak. So I think now it looks pretty good. And now I'm gonna move forward and do the mask. Now I need to adapt the mask on this new shape. So I'm gonna go to the mask here and let's see. I'm going to let's drop the resolution of the mask up to there and select my head, and I'm gonna go about the same, so I got pretty good matching there. So I'm gonna go to the mask, and what I want, actually first I'm gonna go down and create a new store morph target so I can come back here, and now go back to this resolution, and I'm gonna start adapting the mask to my new mesh. So let's see, let's increase a little bit the shape there, like so, and let's bring this guy outside, and I'm gonna have to basically match the shape here, like that. Something like so here, and oops, bring this guy up, and again it's a little bit difficult to see, so I'm gonna remove this material again, flat color and color fill object, so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, I'm gonna bring this guy up, like that, like so, and let's see, I have this reference aligned here, which obviously it's not perfect, but it will help me roughly understand what kind of shape do I need to chase. So seems there's a major difference here, like so, something like that. So I'm gonna just bring this guy up a little bit, like so. And when I'm ready, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to my highest subdivision mesh. For some reason didn't let me flat color object. Okay, I'm gonna go to my highest subdivision mesh and I'm gonna uncheck everything except the head, and let's bring the head to the highest resolution as well. Alright, and now bring this guy down there. Okay, and I'm going to project the mask back on the face. So this is gonna take a few seconds. Let's see what we get. It's gonna take a few seconds more. Should be there. And there we go. Alright, so let's first of all go to flat color and remove this. Okay, so this is what happened, and it seems that there's a little bit of a mess here. Let me refine this guy. One second, I need to check why is my brush I don't understand why is my brush smoothing out the border here. That's not supposed to happen. So maybe is it because it's not creased? It should be creased. Actually, you know what? For the mask, I'm gonna actually delete the highest resolution mesh and uncheck this so it's not gonna paint black and project all again. So this is gonna go a little bit more like here. Project. It's not creased, so geometry crease. So still doing it. I don't know why. I'm not sure why. Usually the border by default are not smooth it out, but it's doing it. So okay. Not a big deal, but need to be just careful there. So let's go back here and project. Seems like I have to move this guy a little bit here. I want to follow my topology. So let's do that again. Project. And it's not quite right there. Project. Okay, that looks better. And let's move up this guy a little bit. As you can see, he has this nice shape going on there. Let's see if I can adapt just the mask. So I'm gonna go back to my texture here, and let's see. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit, like so. And maybe a little bit down here. And the perspective is different, so I'm not worried about this area not matching. But overall, I want the shape to kind of follow along. Just gonna make it a little bit rounder here and here, like that. And project. I need to see you. Project. So, okay. Let's subdivide one more. Project. And let's go up to here and project. Doing projection in progress. Alright. So I got the mask done, and I just need to bring back these tiny wrinkles there. I'll do that in a second. So seems like something happened here. Okay, that's not quite what I wanted. Select these guys and project. Okay, seems better. Alright, like that. And now bring back my object here. So now the face is sitting exactly on top of my head. So I'm gonna go here in the deformation and inflate it by something like 2. Maybe it's a little bit too much. Let's do 1. Whoops. Let's do inflate 1. Okay, just to be sitting on top of my model. And let's bring back the material here and fill object. So I got it there. Looks pretty good. And let's bring back my eyes. And now with the mask selected, let's also bring back my wrinkles. So I'm gonna go to my temp standard and I'm just gonna quickly bring in those stroke, lazy mouse. Is wrinkle 1 there, 1 there, and it seems that I have to move this guy a little bit outside, like so. And let me smooth that out. maybe I'm gonna add a little bit more volume here, just like so, and like so, and then smooth it out. There you go. Something like this. I got my wrinkles back. Maybe make this a little bit stronger. Smooth it out. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same on the other side. So with my depth standard, I'm gonna do one. Actually, let's make it here. 1, 2. Let's bring this guy outside a little bit. And add some more volume here. Like so. And like so. And then I'm gonna smooth it out. Like that. And make it a little bit stronger. And smooth it out. And bring it outside a little bit more. Like that. Okay. Looks pretty good. Let me bring back my color. Alright, I think it looks pretty good. If compared with the reference, looks fairly similar. Obviously it's not identical, but it's close enough. So I think I can finally end this video. Let me just first, I'm gonna bring back everything. So obviously for the hair, I'm gonna do the posing of the hair in my next video. And let me just I'm gonna uncheck these. Alright. And I think the guy is looking pretty good. So there he is. Looks pretty good, I think. And so I'm gonna stop this video here. And in my next video, I'm gonna bring also the hair in, which it's very easy. And then I'm gonna make the logo. And then I think we can finally render out the character. So this was a little bit of a longer video, but if you resisted until the end, kudos to you. So please, again, if you like what I'm doing, support me by subscribing to my channel, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video.